So it's supposed to be like 5 or maybe 7 degrees outside right now, and just to be completely honest with you, it does not feel like it's that cold. I mean, it's cold, but it's not that cold. So it's Saturday, and this morning I was supposed to have to go do this driver improvement clinic. This is the last thing that I need to do before my license can be suspended, and then I'll be waiting 6 months until I can get my driver's license. However, because of the weather that we've been having lately, obviously the class was canceled. But in light of that, in light of the fact that I did have to go do a driver improvement class today, I figured we would keep that same theme even though the class was canceled, and let's do a little driver improvement. Now, I'm not gonna be driving a car per se, but I am gonna be driving my RC car. Now, for those of you who have never seen the RC car, this was something I got a little while ago, maybe about a month ago. And when I got this car, I attempted to do a lake race. I've seen that these Traxxas RC cars can hydroplane across water, and when I saw this, I just said, you know, I really wanna try this. We attempted it, and it didn't really work out so well. But even with the fact that this thing was completely underwater, surrounded by fish, I mean, it was literally swimming with the fish. Lo and behold, this car, it actually still works. You know, there's been something else that I've been really wanting to do with this car as well. I want to jump this thing as high and as far as I possibly can. And what better way or day to do that than today? What better way or day to do that than today? Cody! The auto tunes. But what better day to do that than on a day like today when it's 5 or 7 degrees outside, when it's completely snowed out, iced out, and bobcats have been going through plowing this area, leaving big old hills just like that right there. I wonder if we can jump across one of these hills. I wonder how high we can get, how fast we can get leading up to this. I'm gonna have to pull out my prison cardboard. That cardboard's really been coming in handy lately. I'm gonna pull out the cardboard, I'm gonna lay it up against one of these hills, and I'm gonna see just how high we can fly with that RC car. My fingers are actually freezing as I'm holding this phone trying to film this. Whew, it's cold. It's probably 7 degrees outside. The weatherman might have actually been accurate about this. But I haven't had a chance to drive this car in the ice or the snow. I attempted to do so when it first snowed, and the car made it absolutely nowhere, because of the fact that it was just so much snow outside. But now that everything's been plowed, the roads are still snowy and super icy. I'm thinking we might got a chance at this. Now, I've obviously taken some preparations. I did learn some lessons from the first RC car attempt. And that was that, you know, you really need to prepare the car properly in an effort to try to do the least amount of damage to the car as possible. So you can see I've got the GoPro attachment hooked up top right here. We've also got this taped off just so that this doesn't come flying off, because this ground, it's going to be a rocky road for this little car to be running on. But let's go ahead and pop the top. And you can see we've got the electronics to this car wrapped up like some contraband in prison. I mean, definitely used a ton of saran wrap right here, just like you would be saran wrapping sandwiches stolen from the kitchen to your body if you were trying to sneak them out of the kitchen while serving time. We've got all of this saran wrapped and taped. That way, these electronics inside of this car, they're not gonna get wet. And you know, I feel pretty smart. I feel pretty smart taking these precautions, taking something that I learned in prison, how to wrap up some contraband, and using that technique right there to try to help protect this RC car. In fact, I sort of feel like a genius using the saran wrap to wrap this car up. I mean, I'm hoping this is gonna keep those electronics from getting snow and ice and water on them. I feel like this RC car company, Traxxas, is gonna see this video and they're gonna be like, hey, you know that dude who served 7 years in prison? That's a pretty smart idea, using that saran wrap just like they would have used while serving time to wrap up some sandwiches being stolen out of the kitchen to wrap up and try to protect that car. I know, I'm a genius. But with all of that being mentioned, let's go ahead and take this car out and see how it first performs in the snow. I'm hoping we slip and slide and drift all over the place, and I hope I'm able to capture some really awesome footage of this, and then we're gonna attempt to jump this car as high and as far as we possibly can. Are you ready? Well, let's go ahead and do this. You know, I just thought about something, the power button to the car. It's right there, underneath all of that saran wrap. my smart idea might not have been so smart. I wonder if I can just push it. You know, I was gonna cut through this, but I'm thinking I can just push this. Oh, it worked. It worked. And here I'm thinking that all my smart ideas was about to be to no avail, thinking I was gonna have to cut through that saran wrap, but I was actually able to just push the button through it. You're a genius, Joe. You're a genius. Doggy. Cole. Let me find where you going to. I got you. Come on, Bubba. Ah. Whose doggy are you? I've been out here for about 10 or 15 minutes now, and it is damn cold. I'm believing now that it's every bit of at least like 10 degrees. Little RC car is doing better than a lot of these real cars I've been seeing trying to battle these elements. Okay, let's say you're looking for dependability. Well, obviously Ford's not going to be that in the snow. But if you're looking for a vehicle that looks like it's four-wheel drive, probably going to cost you about $70,000, then this truck is the one for you. Ford, built not snow tough. But will this survive that ramp? I'm not even sure how much speed I'm going to be able to get getting up to this thing. It's a very rocky ride. I got the camera on it though. And it's too cold to continue this any longer. It's all or nothing right now. Let's see what happens. That's it. I can't take no more. The car could take plenty more, but I just can't. I can't even feel my fingers anymore. It's that real out here. Whew. So the saran wrap definitely did its job. We can see there's a bunch of snow still on the car, but it doesn't look like it got into the electronics, at least not too bad. Plus, I learned a lot from the lake race anyways, because before we even did the lake race, the guys at the RC shop, they told me, they said, look, you need to put a lot of Vaseline or petroleum jelly inside that car's Junies. I mean, inside the receiver unit. Receiver unit, Junies? There's kind of an ironic similarity. But nevertheless, I didn't do that, and we fried the receiver when it sunk and swam with the fishes. We got a new receiver, and again, at this point, I just try to take as many precautions as I can with the car. I really wanted to be able to jump a lot farther than we did. We obviously didn't get very far. We couldn't get a lot of traction. It was a very bumpy ride leading up to that little ramp that we had made. But even regardless of all of that, it was still fun. Again, they canceled my driver improvement class today because of the weather. So I figured, why not? Let's take the RC car out and let's have a little driving class of our own. I really just wanted to have some fun today, and I wanted to bring all of you along for that. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and that's it. Hey, look, that's it. I just said that, actually. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you thought about it. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world, never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day. Peace!